with our co-coach of the year award, and we selected Matt Usher of Saratoga Blue Streaks, and Coach Usher. This award is for you for outstanding year you had this year. You've been our coach of the year last year as well. Now we just putting it in, putting it on a trophy here. But talk to us about, what you think about the trophy and talk about your season a little bit.
No, very appreciative of the award. Thank you very much. Yeah, the guys did a great job, and I don't think I'm in a position to accept this award and get any of these accolades unless, Nate Chudy and Will Fox and our guys, played tremendously down the stretch the way that they did, and very fortunate to have a great group of guys that bought into what we were trying to do all year and obviously played their best when it mattered most, which is, what happened there in Glens Falls those last couple games to get the title.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned Fox, mentioned Chudy. You got 8 homes returning. So what are your thoughts right now talking about next year? What's going on?
I know. Right now, we got guys working really hard. They're playing AAU. They're in the weight room. They're getting shots up. So I know we got a couple nice pieces coming back from this year's team. Aiden Holmes, Michael Rogan, Aiden D'Agostino, and some guys that didn't play a ton this year that I think are ready to step up and, embrace bigger roles next year. But obviously, losing some of the seniors that we had this year, and not just Nate and Will, which are obviously 2 big pieces, but some of our other guys that, Marcus and Charlie and Justin Kozlowski, and just all 7 seniors. Honestly, the guys that even didn't play much for us were great teammates and really bought into everything that we needed as a team. Dan Signor, Graham Patton, they didn't play much, but they were the epitome of what you want as far as seniors, leaders, teammates that bought into us trying to be the best version of what we could be. So I'm excited about next year, but I know we got a lot of, things to do between now and then to figure out what we're gonna look like. So.
Now, we saw a lot of you this year and the last couple of years, obviously, but you do so many things well. You're a common source of energy for your players that come down at the right times. What describes your coaching?
I think I try to be calm. I think that's something I've tried to work on. I think in practice I'm a little more intense. Very fortunate to have some of the coaches that we have in practice. Coach Himmelwright and Coach Murphy did a great job this year, both first-year coaches with the varsity team, and it's been really great to see them in practice and bounce some ideas off of them. The calm thing, I'm glad you feel that way. Sometimes I don't always feel calm over there, and I feel like I'm losing it, and I just try to keep it in check. But yeah, honestly, I've been very fortunate the past couple of years to have some really good players, and they've bought into the system that we've put in place, and we've tried to adjust as we've needed to in-game, along with throughout the course of the season, whether it be defensively or matchups or whatever we're trying to do on the other side of the ball. So we'll see what we got moving forward next year, but it's always an exciting, process trying to look at what you got coming back and see what you're going to do and, tweak things as you need to and see how roles change for each of these guys.
Final question before I send to Coach. Talk to you about the community involvement and everything. And I know the Storm is getting bigger and bigger every year.
Yep.
Talk to me about, your AD and all those guys, the fans that come in here and, have this place packed for you.
Yeah, that's honestly, as an alumni, a guy that played here at Saratoga, in this gym actually, in the old gym, for Coach Snyder. And, seeing the alumni get excited about what we've got going on, whether it's guys that played for us the last couple of years, like Matt Larkin and Nick Chudy and AJ and Brian Hart, or the guys that are my age that I played with, or even older than me, like Timmy Parker up in the stands, and some of these guys that I used to watch play as a kid and got me excited about basketball. That's what's got me, really happy with how things have gone the last couple of years. Getting messages from guys that, were thrilled to see us end the drought with the sectional title, and the youth program we've got going on. We're very fortunate that we've got some great parents and coaches at the lower levels that are feeding us good players that know how to be coached. They know how to play. They're fundamentally sound with skills, but they've also been coached, and they're used to being told what to do. And they're not afraid to hear a voice that's a little louder than what some others might be used to. So very happy with the success we've had for these guys that have worked very hard for the past couple of years, like Adam Anderson in that group, and Matt Larkin and his group, and then this year that the seniors that were able to get the win. But excited about the program as a whole and where we're going.
Well,
For Umoja 2 TV, one of the things that we look at in some of the stimulations we have for our award is we look at how well coaches do in-game strategy, preparation, the way they call timeouts, the way they interact with their players, the way they work the officials. Like, we're looking at all those different aspects, and we know it's the things that's seen, but it's also the things that's unseen that you must be doing well in practice, preparation, and things of that nature. So just talk to me about the array of things that you do as a coach, things that we have noticed that you do quite well.
Well, yeah, all those things you mentioned, we try to put some time in practice as far as situational stuff at the end of a game, out of bounds plays, adjustments, whether it be to certain officials. Every official calls it different, how we're going to do against certain teams, watching tape and trying to take away some of the strengths of other teams. Stuff that a lot of coaches in our league do. Fortunately, we got kids that are listening and buying into what we're talking about in practice, and we do put a lot of time into that stuff. But at the end of the day, they need to go out there and they need to execute it. There's a lot of coaches that talk about it, and credit to our kids, they listen, they buy into what we're talking about as far as being important, along with all the shots and the plays and the stuff that we run. They put the time in, they watch the tape, they get stronger, they do all the little things that we think can make a difference, and it's nice to see it come to fruition and get the championship and the title, and make it all seem like it's worthwhile.
Yeah. Now one question. You got another one?
Go ahead.
Okay. We talked about it a little earlier, but talk to me about you. You started. I mean, you're winning now. You've been winning since you've been here, basically. But you got. I look at a guy like Michael Rogan, who's young, and usually he's the type of person that might go to a different school and he's staying. Talk to me about keeping your guys in house.
I think it's going on a lot of places right now at the prep schools, and it's an option for a lot of kids. And we've talked to Michael about it, and we know, people are going to be on him through the AAU circuit, and we love Michael. Michael does a great job for us. I'm excited about his future here at Saratoga. He's got a ton of talent. Honestly, I know, this might offend Adam Anderson and some of the other guys, but I think he's probably got more potential and talent than any kid I've ever coached. Now that's putting a lot on Michael as a sophomore, but I think he knows that, and I've said that to Michael. He's got to get stronger. He's got to, put in the time, and he is doing that. So we're not blind with what's going on. We know, people are going here and going there, and we want this to be a place that people are excited to be, and people want to stay here, and they know that they're going to have success here, and we're going to do everything that we can to help them in every way that we can, whether it's getting stronger, talking to college coaches, doing everything that we can to advance them individually throughout the off season, along with, help them go where they want to go when they're done with high school. So, we've been very happy with the fact that we have not lost a lot of guys, and we want to keep guys here, and that's something we hope to continue to do moving forward.
Coach, like I said, it's always a pleasure. We've been covering you for several years now. It's always a pleasure to interview you, to watch you, interview your kids, see you in action, all those things. It's been quite a pleasure, and it's our honor and our privilege to name you our co-coach of the year, because you're very deserving of it, as well as the Saratoga here, who has been very gracious to us. Thank you.
I appreciate it very much, guys. It's been an honor. Thank you very much. Appreciate everything you guys do.